gentlemen,
good morning.
Welcome to Good Morning Wrestling with your host Samuel Lyon on the Sports Jedi Network Heel of the Ring podcast, your morning fix on the world of pro wrestling. WWE Raw, SmackDown, NXT, TNA, AEW, Evolve, MLP with hot takes, reviews, rumors, opinions. Tune in, let's start your day by getting over and feel the force.
Please hit the like button, share and subscribe to our channel. Watch along with live wrestling events on Heel of the Ring playback app. Follow Samuel Lyon at SamuelEkPay7 on the X app.
Good morning, wrestling. Good morning, wrestling. Welcome to Good Morning Wrestling with your host, Samuel Lyon, as part of the Heel of the Ring podcast, live on Sports Jedi Network. I'm so elated to be here this morning to bring this to you. I know this is not our usual time. I'm not on Tuesdays, but thank you to Sakev, the host, the founder, the man that holds down this place, the man that makes the lights here on the studio, keeping it very real here on Sports Jedi Network. Like, I'm so grateful. Like, today's one of those days, like, I look forward and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be a part of this network. I'm grateful to be a part of this. And what a WrestleMania week we just had. Everything ended yesterday. Yesterday I was supposed to be here live as always on Mondays, but because of unforeseen circumstances, that I feel really compelled to talk about it, because like this uh, um this is the part of the this part of the gig that I really appreciate and love being part of, because sincerely it's easy to come here, have that smile and like good morning. I want to add that smile in for everybody. But there are times in a personal life that as Akev will always tell me, and when we have a conversation, it's like this is an escape. This is us living like our realities, like the things we have in our personal life, and just come in here and just be and just come and talk about what we love, and just be ourselves, just be fans, just be viewers, and just come give our opinions and based on how we feel. And that part I always would not take for granted, because having something like this, having to be able to be here live in person, having to be able to come here and be a part of this is something that I don't take for granted. As I like, sincerely, I don't. And it's very easy to come here and just bullshit everybody and just be like, oh, just come and phone it in. Like I've prided myself to always come in here not like 100%, like come in here wanting to be here, come in here wanting to make sure that I am here to give the show that you guys deserve. I'm here to give the show that you guys deserve. And I was really, really, really happy to have that conversation with him. Yes, I'm like, okay, so because of this, because of that, and everything, and he gave the grace to be like, yeah, okay, we would hold it down for you, but you coming when you feel ready. You coming when do you feel ready? I'm like, I'm ready to go tomorrow. I want to be here. And even today, he did reach out to me like, okay, are you good? Are you good? Can you sit? I'm like, yeah, I can do this. So having to be able to come in here and do this show and be a part of this show is one of those things I look forward to every week. And at one more day, like I'm going with the one more day theory. one more show theory. So if I could just do one more show, if I'm looking forward to one more show, like I don't have to sit down and plan out everything. I just have to like prep for the one more show, one step at a time. And I'm so honored and proud to be here. And I really, it's crazy. So I was listening to the Mel Robbins interview on Breakfast Club, and it got me going. I'm always very um I'm always very locked in when it comes to like life changing. I know this has nothing to do with our Good Morning Wrestling, but this is just like the opening monologue that I was like, I'm not sure I would want to come in here and not just share with you guys and not be real. And this is just me being real. Before we get into our wrestling talk and before we get into everything I'm about to break down here on the show, like I feel I need to talk about this. So I listened to that. I listened to that conversation. I mean, sincerely, it had a whole lot of conversation right there, and the one takeaway there was because obviously she's now doing, I believe, a PR on a book, Let Them Theory, with I believe the Mel Robbins book, Let Them Theory. So like I literally was just going through, like, listening to that. I'm like, and one of the things she said is about imposter syndrome. Like I did not really know how, but that resonated with me so much. We always have this imposter syndrome, like, oh, we always feel the self-doubt is you not feeling like you feel like you are phoning it in, you're faking it in. And we've heard terms like, fake it until you make it. Like we just have a whole lot of things that we've been able to be a part of, like, yeah, as humans and in the world. And getting to hear her talk more on this imposter syndrome, the parts that, oh, imposter syndrome is not self-doubt but more about ambition. And I'm like, and she expanded on that. And how did that resonate? I'm like, right now I'm on this show this morning with Good Morning Wrestling as part of the Hill of the Ring podcast, live on Sports Jedi Network. Like, that's the ambition that I have, that's the goal that I have, that's the passion that I have, that's what I want to do with my life. That's what I really that's when I feel like I'm in my highest, one of I've tapped into my highest form, talking pro wrestling, being able to you being able to talk about my opinion, being knowing fully what I will be seen, I'll be heard, like just being part of the community, being part of the network, like that's just being a part of a growing thing, being a part of the build, being a part of like the growth, being a part of something, an initiative, a company, like that is what fuels me. That is the ambition. And so sometimes I can come in here and I don't feel myself. And it's okay to feel like that, but most times it's not. Like you feel you're not good enough. You feel like you don't even deserve to be here. You feel all of those things. And getting to understand that, yeah, why should I look at it as a bad thing? Okay, you having that important, you're like, that is it. When anytime I sit down here and and I feel like, oh, I deserve that, I think I should check that. But anytime I sit down here and I feel like, oh, I mean, it's an opportunity for you. This is an opportunity for you to. This is an opportunity for you. You should be grateful for having this. You should be able to put in your best work. Like that's what it should be all about. The fact that you should be grateful to show up. You should be able to be here. You should be grateful to be a part of this. You should be grateful to push. You should be grateful to be a part of something. And that's what it should be all about gratitude, all about showing up, all about showing up with your best self, all about you know understanding that yes, you might not feel 100% better, but you are showing up. Like you have criticism, you have everything. That's why even at all every time after my show, I tend to reach out to Sir Kev. Like I'm like, because I understand he will give me the criticism that I much not like much there, but he will not phone it in for me. He will tell me how it is. And just the parts that I would be able to be like, okay, let me go here, let me hear what he has to say about this. Okay, Samuel, you need to touch on it, you need to look at this. Like that's what fuels me. That's what makes me wake up every morning. I'm like, okay, how can I be one more better than another? So just if this could just help out anybody, if this can just be um something that you wake up this morning and you're like, yeah, I resonate, that resonates with me and everything. And in terms of disappointment, disappointment is great. Listening to Mel Robbins say that disappointment is great. She looks at it as being a good thing. come on, and I was like, and I know I have to refer a lot to working, being a part of Sport Journal Network, because exactly that's how I feel. Because there are sometimes like I come to the show and I feel disappointed. That did not go well and everything, and then I've tried to want to get the feedback from the host, the founders, our Kev, and everything. I one particular period of day that he was, I won't really look. I would say that it's as a sense of disappointment, but more of honest assessment and criticism from him. Like, this, that, this, and I looked at it. I'm like, I felt it. I'm like, I'm grateful. Like, I told him how grateful I was that he's able to always, give me the honest assessment and not bullshit it and not try to pat it and not try to pad it. At the same time, as a human being, I'm like, oh, he feels disappointed. Like, I should step up my game. I should like, it's more of you getting that bond, that honest assessment, that brotherly love, that care, that fatherly love, like just somebody being a part of your life, somebody trying to make sure that you are coachable, you are accessible, you are available, you are showing up at your best self, that you are being a fire breathing dragon of yourself, that you're not showing up weak. You're not. I'm not saying that weak is a bad thing, but in terms of like you knowing fully well that you are not ready to step up, but but you still decide to show up and want to step it better than you did the last time. That is what it's all about. Like me being here, I'm always grateful. Shout out to Sakev, shout out to Chris, shout out to everyone that is making this network work. Shout out to everybody that keeps doing the job. They did a great job this past week, WrestleMania week and weekend. They were on live on playback, live reviewing the show, talking about it like they were all in, they were locked in. And I couldn't be more proud to be a part of incredible, amazing people like that pushes the narrative, that pushes the envelope, that tries to better themselves, that tries to be the best they can be. That is something that I as someone that is working with them, I'm so really proud to be a part of. And if you can take anything away this morning, with my with this monologue, is for you to understand that it's okay to not feel as if you are showing up great. It's okay to feel the imposter syndrome, but not to read, not to sleep on it, not to lie on it, not to revel on it, and just sink yourself so low, but to be able to say, okay, I acknowledge this, but I'm going to be the best version of myself, and I'm going to wake up, I'm going to show up the best I can be. And this morning, I am so glad to be able to show up and knowing fully well that I'm showing up the best version of me. This is the best I can give now, and I'm going to give everything possible to make sure that I show up well. I show up and I represent myself, represent the brand, and represent this show. Thank you so very much for for joining this morning. Welcome once again to Good Morning Wrestling. I'm your host, humbly Samuel Lyon, live on Sports Network as part of the Hill of the Ring podcast. And before we get into the show, which I need to inform you that the offer is still up, the window is still open. We are looking for our incredible ladies, our incredible females in the world of professional wrestling that wants to talk about wrestling, that wants to be a part of the conversation, that wants to be a part of the show. Whatever way you feel you can contribute to the world of pro wrestling, I want to inform you this morning that Sports Network is opening the window, is opening the door. The floodgate is literally open live on this channel. So if you're asking how is that possible, how can I get involved, how can I be a part of this movement, here is how you can do that live on Sports Network.
Sports Jedi Network, the Hell of the Ring podcast, is wanting to start and bring on the channel a women's wrestling podcast. We love to keep growing our audience, looking for eager, dedicated, insightful commentary and unique takes on wrestling news. We're impactful voices in the podcast arena. If this sound like you, please reach out to me and we want to create wrestling content together. Email me at bxjedi76@gmail.com or DM me at bxjedi76.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Ah, Where do I start? Where do I start? Okay, I know we all. I believe if you did not see this, I know I am about to give you this. So WrestleMania is done. We are done with WrestleMania. The WrestleMania week is done. We got to deal with this. We got this to deal with. So a couple of months back, I believe Dave Meltzer or someone, rumors were going on that obviously the new Rock movies was announced, like new shoots and things to do and all of that. And everybody was just up in arms. Oh, The Rock is not been involved in the WrestleMania season. Oh, Netflix debut, Raw on Netflix, the Raw Netflix debut. He came out. He 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 literally was the one that crowned or recrowned Roman as the tribal chief. He bought it up with Cody. He's drinking tequila, taking shots, and all the PR move and everything, kissing up to Cody, and everybody was up in arms. I'm like, I don't understand. Him crowning Roman, he has bullshit the story. The match we all wanted, that fans did not allow us to get last year. We had the opportunity to get it back. You gave Cody something a year before, after Raw, after WrestleMania. You gave him something. We did not know what was that. We later realized that it was a month ago that it was the Rolex of his dad. You told him not to break your heart anymore, but yeah, you are, cuddling up to him, kissing his ass, and all of that shit. And we're like, what is going on here? Like, did he just bury the two biggest story that we all have been waiting for 1 year? You left and we forgave you. We said, okay, we'll get you back WrestleMania season, WrestleMania 41 season, and he did not show up. He showed up Raw on Netflix and did all the kiss ass. And then all the backlash, all the craziness, all the loudness from the audience, only for him to show up on NXT the next night on CW Network and then say we should shut our mouths. And I use we because if you talk to the viewers, if you talk to the IWC, if you talk to the fans, I believe I know for sure. I don't believe I know I'm part of those people because I am a viewer, right? And then he said, shut your mouth and enjoy the ride The Rock is taking you on. Okay, fine. We had a back. Okay, well, we don't know what you were talking about. Fine. We left that, right? And then came Elimination Chamber in Canada. One of the greatest moments in the history of my wrestling fandom. He did that, right? John Thornhill, Cody say go F yourself. Cody say he's not working with you, he's not selling his soul because he's already sold it to us. And we had that great moment, and no Rock, no Cena for almost 3 weeks, no Travis Scott for almost 3 weeks. Not as if it matters, yeah, but I mean, come on. And then you don't bother to even show up for the entire build. John, he did not even mention. John, he did not reference you. John did not even say anything about, like, is he working with you? Is he not working with you? What is going on here? What's not going on here? Led up to night 2 of WrestleMania, which we're going to discuss on this show, right? I know Sakev and the boys handled it, but I'm going to give my opinion on that, right? He did not even bother to show up. Cena says he's not giving us anything. Is that what we got at night 2? Basically. But you not showing up, you not being a part of this, and that's to say that's to bullshit to tie the loose ends that you said. Or there was one tweet that got viral where somebody asking that this what we are hearing. Are you literally going to show up for WrestleMania? Are you not going to be a part of the WrestleMania? But he said we should not believe the person should not believe the bullshits that happen on their shits. Don't believe the dead shits, right? And we were like, okay, there's no way you can have WrestleMania 41 without The Rock. We sure them did have one without him. He did not bother to show up. Raw after WrestleMania did not bother to show up. But you got announced. He's going to be on Pat McAfee's show in a couple of hours. He's going to be live on that show. To do what? So your t-shirts, your merchandise was on sale. You did not show up. Oh, The Rock will be in Las Vegas. The Rock has finally come out to Las Vegas, but you better not to show up. This is one of the things that gets me so mad with, you know, I'm a Triple H guy, true and true, because of what this man did in Black and Gold. Like, I wasn't really a fan of Triple H as a wrestler. I love me the John Cena's, the Daniel Bryans. Like, I wasn't a Triple H guy, but I will be damned if I say that I don't appreciate what that man did with Black and Gold brand. I fell in love with that man as an executive. I fell in love with that man as the leader of that brand, and that's where the love stems from, right? But I can't sit here because he's the one that runs the place at the moment in terms of creativity, in the creative and what we see on TV and everything. Yes, Netflix might have a say in it. Yes, the TKO board might have a say in it. Obviously, yes, the TKO board of director, The Rock, definitely has a say in it. His team, his $7 team, everybody might have a say in it. I get it, but at the end of the day, it's a place that is in the helm of that. So all the blame, all the boss, all the crazy rants would definitely go to him. So for this man not to literally show up for the WrestleMania week and to always tell you by October or November, WrestleMania is set for him. And I believe, and I was telling this to Sakev on the show, I'm like, the fact that I can't sit here and tell you that the company did not actually book WrestleMania, did not actually run WrestleMania and not have this man factored in the biggest way, shape, or form. This man not being a part of this WrestleMania really made everything look lackluster, made everything feel as if it was small, made everything look like a big raw production on a big budget. It made everything feel so crazy. And the night 2 main events we got, talk about deflating everything. It was just so crazy. And you sit down there and you tell me that you are not going to show up in Las Vegas, but you're going to show up on Pat McAfee show to do what? Like, literally, I just can't literally wait to see what he has to say on that show. And I hope he doesn't have anything to do with wrestling, because at this point, I've literally given up on wanting to listen to him. I really listen on him being part of the show. If you're not going to be committed, just stay with your movies, just stay with your show, just stay being the board of directors, get your money, get your payment, and just leave us the F alone, because it's crazy to literally, I mean, we are fans, we're the audience. We literally waited for you for 1 year. 12 months, you showed up strategically, you showed up at Bad Blood, you did the 3 sign, you did this, you showed up at Raw on Netflix, you did what you did, you came to Elevation and you brought out to show up for the rest of the build, and you let everything black. And we're going to get to that. Having Travis Scott, and I mean, did he take the straight time walking down the ramp? I when the music hit and he was out there, him standing on that ramp for like almost, let's say, 30 to 40 seconds. I'm like, okay, is the final boss music about to hit now? Is the Rock coming out? Nothing. He went out there and did what he had to do. And I am left seated there. I'm like, what is going on with this company? What's going on right now? What are we have to do? And let's be real, the right decision happened. Cena becoming 17, making history. Yes, that was, but like the way we got there, and him not bothering to show up only to be announced that he would be on Pat McAfee show, that pisses me. I know I just finished, listening to Mel Robbins. Let them. I will let The Rock do what The Rock has to do. But this is how I feel, and I'm gonna feel it. And I just wanted to get that out of my system, because I couldn't imagine this WrestleMania would be done and dusted, and he not be a part of it. Only for him to not show up, but he's coming on a talk show. He's coming on the Pat McAfee show. Let's be real, he's on ESPN. It's the biggest show in sports. McAfee doing a nice job. I don't know if McAfee will be on the show because of what happened on Monday, which I'm gonna get into. But The Rock not bothering to show up on WrestleMania, not bothering up to show up on the build, not bothering to even do anything for the build, not even sending in the satellite video, nothing. And it's going on Pat McAfee show. That shit right there, doesn't sit well. It doesn't effing sit well. We have a chat here by Hanson Terrell. So Hanson Terrell said in the chat, hi there, happy Earth Day. How was your Easter last night? Terrell, thank you so much for sending in the chat. Amazing. Like, I was just home with family. just basically there, home with family. Just literally, I was under the weather. I'm recovering. I'm still on my meds. I'm still trying to get better there. Obviously, crazy thing going on live wise and all. But basically, I'm good. I'm good. And hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having a good day. And thank you so much for tuning into the show. Hopefully get more contribution and thoughts from you on WrestleMania week and all of that. So sincerely, that's it for that's it. So this The Rock thing really got me so messed up, and I'm like, damn, like I couldn't believe it. Well, obviously, as fans will tune in and see what he has to say on the show, on Pat McAfee's show. So we would so where do I start? Where do I start? I believe we should go with the big the big the big news, the big. So these are our morning tea, the morning tea live here on Good Morning Wrestling with your host Samuel Lyon. So we just morning tea is basically a segment where we'll try to break down, not break down, try to run through the biggest news as of right now. Obviously, one of it being The Rock coming, being on Pat McAfee's show. What is he going to say? How is he going to say it? What's going to happen there? We don't know. We'd love to see how that goes on. So literally, the first one, the biggest news, one of the biggest news here is now that Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Seth freaking Rollins are teaming up. I mean, are we having the our generation's dangerous alliance? How much of this is the Rock part of this? What's going on here? How can we? So last night, I'm gonna go into it when we are going when we are reviewing Raw, but just to breeze through it, it's great. Breaker lost his IC title. So you're like, it goes up from here. Gunther lost, it goes up from there. I will get to it to see what. So like it was. I mean, that picture, that graphics you saw there with Heyman, like Heyman should be studied. I mean, Heyman should be studied for being the greatest, the greatest mind in terms of creativity, in terms of advertisement, in terms of marketing, in terms of live ladder movement, in terms of staying relevant. And this will get me to the WWE Unreal that's coming on Netflix. Like if you've seen the teaser for the show coming on the series coming on Netflix, like it's not my cup of tea. Like I'm like, oh shit, are they really trying to like opening the Pandora's box too much for not for me? I can watch it and not really be cool, but just be cool about it. But I'm more worried about those that have shit to say about our industry, have shit to say about our fandom, have shit to say about we being fans of pro wrestling. So it's things like this, it shows like that will literally push that narrative out there. And I'm like, how do you defend it when everything is just so out there and everything? But at the end of the day, if you are not moving along, if you're not evolving, if you're not putting out content that is trendy, that is the cup of tea as of this age, this era that we are in, you literally you get passed on. Like people will move past you. And obviously WWE is one of those companies that want to literally not want to. They are one of the companies that have literally, in terms of like, how do we keep on our toes down? How do we move alongside the evolution that is going on in the world? They are the number one. Like you look at them and like that's how you do it. And that show will literally be but for me, I'm like, I was like, oh, I mean, come on, the curtain is just peeled back, like being mic'd up. I know Eman addressed that on Pat McAfee show when he was on yesterday, and he really gave really two bits. You saw from Pat McAfee and the boys, everybody was like, we don't know if that's a good idea and everything. And he did really pass out the note. I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I mean, we are kind of like feeling like the old guards, kind of like, oh, so back in my day, MF is not your day anymore. Like this is the new era. These are what the new kids want. This is what the industry wants. This is what we are being paid millions to produce. And so if we are asked to do something so that we can get more exposure, we can get more this thing. Like, are we going to sit back and like, no, we're not doing that? they'll give it to the next person. And my God, they would do it. They will take the deal. So these are not wanting to miss out on anything. Like no one wants to miss out on any money. You know, they love them. They love them some greens. So like, but sincerely, that was it. So on the graphics that you see, the man Becky Lynch is back. The man Becky Lynch is back. She turned on Lyra. I mean, Lyra was Lyra 2 belts as of Sunday night. By Monday night, she was Lyra 1 belt. And Becky did not even take that lightly. And I'm like, it came off so. We're gonna talk more on that when we review our Raw. On the poster you see Liv Morgan, obviously Liv Morgan, and it's crazy. I saw the stats. I'm like, wait, I'm hearing Raquel is like a 17. I'm sorry, not 17, not me with 17. That's for John Cena. The Raquel is 7-time tag team champion. Like WWE, that's crazy stats. But together I believe they are 4-time tag team champion. Yeah, I mean, is it Liv Morgan and everything? So, but yeah, they are tag team champions at the moment. So they took back their titles yesterday. An incredible match. We're going to review that. And you could see that the man Miro, the man known as Miro, the Redeemer, screw that. Rusev is back. So Rusev came back last night, and what a crazy ovation. I need to really listen back to that theme song because I'm like, I don't know what was that. But yeah, Rusev is back on the show. Rusev is back. Rusev is back on Monday Night Raw, and we'll talk more on that just to brace through. And yeah, the last part of the morning tea, you see on the graphics there, Randy Orton and Joe Hendry. So on this show, we literally we are booking. I believe it was one of our from our chats on the show on Friday, I believe, sending a chat like, how would you think would be Randy's opponent and how will you do that and everything, and we booked out this grandiose scene of having Rusev debut and everything. But looking back, I'm like, that would have been a very shitty move. Why would it be shitty? Because sincerely, for Rusev, that will be him taking a loss, and he's just coming back, and you cannot give Randy a loss and everything because of like the story going in with Kevin and all of that craziness. So he has a lot of animosity built in and all of that. So you need him to have that with and everything. And like I was literally surprised. Like I was surprised that Joe Hendry, like they went with him. But like looking at the numbers, looking at the views, looking at obviously the company recorded 1.1 billion views across all social media platforms. Like that has to be the contribution of what these guys did on that show, and with the coming of Joe Hendry. So it's just so crazy looking back and all of that. I'm like, oh damn, like that was amazing. So that's it for our morning tea. That's it for our morning tea this morning. So before we get straight back to the show, I would remind you of what we as a network we are doing, and we want the great female presence here on the show. And how do you
Sports Jedi Network, the Hell of the Ring podcast, is wanting to start and bring on the channel a women's wrestling podcast. We love to keep growing our audience looking for eager, dedicated, insightful commentary and unique takes on wrestling news. We're impactful voices in the podcast arena. If this sound like you, please reach out to me, and we want to create wrestling content together. Email me at bxjedi76@gmail.com or RDM me at bxjedi76.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. As you can see on the graphics there, the WrestleMania. So we're gonna go straight to WrestleMania week. I really want to start off with Triple H and his Hall of Fame induction. I mean, it was powerful. The Hall of Fame induction of 2025 was amazing. I mean, I woke up. The show was live here in Nigeria by 6 a.m. in the morning. Imagine the show going off by 6 a.m. in the morning, and I consumed that, and it was really powerful. Listening to all he had to say, and obviously all the inductors. Congratulations to all the inductors that was on the show, and all of that. But one of the things that I really wanted to uh one of the things that I really wanted to push on was like his Hall of Fame speech. Like obviously he had a lot to say on that and everything. Like you could sense that throughout the night he was just going through the emotion of trying to like run through it and not mention Vince. And I'm like, is he really going to like do this and not mention his father-in-law? Because at the end of the day, I like the way he did it. I love the way he did it. I don't know if I wrote down something on that. Uh, yeah, he said how what I think more of how you interact with others matters. Triple H on on change. Like there's a lot of things that said what Michelle McCool induction to was amazing, but why I would go Triple H was that he said something very pivotal. The way he talked about it, like when he went to his father-in-law, like Vince, and I like the way he said, like he reviewed that. Obviously, you can see that I was trying to go through it without coming to this, but there's no way I can stand here and accept this honor and not mention him. Like the fact, like that resonated with me because like you don't have to like the way Vince turned out to be. You don't have to like the way everything happened. Like Vince as a human being, you can criticize him for everything. His business as a businessman, you can criticize him for anything you want to do. And like you can put on your critic. Like that is you. That is you. You can have your own. But at the end of the day, that's his father-in-law. That's the grandfather to his kids. That's the father to his wife, and that's the husband to his mother-in-law, and that is also an in-law to his parents, and an in-law to his siblings. Like these are the relationships, and that was his boss. That was the man that took a chance on him. Like all of these relationships is really very hard to just go and just throw everything, burn the bridges because that happened to him. That's Vince. That's on Vince. Whatever Vince did, that's on Vince. But he cannot take away the fact that he has ties with him in all of these ways. So I loved the way he handled that. I loved the way he addressed that. I loved the way he went through that route and the way he tried to like, okay, this is why I need to talk about him, and this is why I have to talk about him because there's no way I can stand here. Like it shows how mature him and how mature that was one of the maturest way, if that's even a word, in terms of maturity. And that was like one of the best way someone has ever, been able to bring up somebody controversial uh without having it come off as if they want to do all like it was a way of like this is it. This is what is going on. Like this, like it was just like a whole lot. So I'm just getting a notification button from WrestleNomics that the attack on which I'm gonna get on. Let's see that when we get there. So it was just like a whole lot, and I just sat there and I'm like, there were points in that there were points in his induction speech that brought a tear or two to my eye because I'm like I felt like a man. I'm like, what would I do if I was in that position where like you I don't know what to do. I can't choose. You have to choose between you know because you can't even say anything. You can't even like obviously with the castle culture we have right now. Like we are not trying to downplay or downgrade all of the things he's been accused of or everything. But at the end of the day, that that's his father-in-law and everything. So it was just like a whole lot and everything. And also for Michelle McCool too, amazing. The story she had to tell, like slogan and everything. But Michelle McCool really resonated too with me. The story she had to tell, the way she had to go through as I believe one of the don't let the noise around you drown out the truth inside you because your calling is greater than their commentary. Failure doesn't injure story is what defines it. Every every comeback needs a fall worthy worth fighting through. So like it's just like a whole lot of things, and you sitting there to say like every failure doesn't injure story. It's what defines it. Like that's crazy. And you could personalize that in different ways. You could look at that in different ways. Wrestlers could sit there and be inspired and empowered by what she said. You as a viewer can sit down and listen to that, and that resonates with you. You as a fan, whether of ours or of our husbands, like in any way, you could sit back to you, and that too resonates with you. And I love that so much that she could come out there and then say all of things, and I love that every so much. And congratulations to all of the inductees with Bret Hart and Stone Cold, with everybody was just on points. Like everything, I was literally, it was so funny seeing those guys out there so late, and I'm like, damn, they really need to look at this situation of like, how can we best do this? And it was a grandeur scale. Fans, it was scaled back. There was more of the wrestlers. Love that. The hijacking wasn't much because we had lesser fans. And it was also so late. And so like I just wish they will have to sit down and think about this and like what do we have to do? Is there a possibility where the Hall of Fame ceremony happens on Tuesdays or Wednesday or even on a Thursday night? I know their partnership with TNA and them not want to mess with that, but I believe there are ways to go about this that can be very easy for the audience. I mean, imagine a world where at least even on a Wednesday, obviously, I think are they going to say because they are going in direct competition with AEW? It's not as if like they are looking for viewers, except um, and there's no way that they can. I say maybe a streaming platform wants to pick up Hall of Fame as a 1 year streaming thing. Like, oh, we pay for this. We want to be the one to pay for it and stream it. And like, obviously, we are giving to it. We, the international audience, like me in Nigeria, was able to watch it live on YouTube because it was being given to us there. So is it like they're trying to work a deal where they need to get that because it need obviously they made it a standalone thing this year. We appreciated that. But at the end of the day, it still needs to be on another day because it's crazy waking up by 6 a.m. Not even waking up, yeah, waking up, staying up late, SmackDown, waiting for SmackDown to end by 4 a.m. over here, waiting extra 1 hour plus to wait for the show to begin 5 and everything. And you still have to watch Sun and River a few hours from now. Still have to wait for night one. Still have to wait for the post show. Still have to wait for. My God, like I literally was like today I was able to get in some couple of hours of sleep because even more than I still have to do that. You have to take my notes. You have to do graphics for the show. I still have to prepare for the show. It was just like a whole lot, and I'm like, I can't imagine the content creators that went out to Las Vegas. I can't imagine those over both in US and outside US that are literally locked in this game, trying to put out things like wrestling fans all around the world, like what they had to go through this week to like all the contents that was made available for us, all the podcasts, all the series, are like literally I've still not consumed a lot of them. And I like this show, Good Morning Wrestling, is all about me, consuming and coming to reflect on it here on the show and making sure that if you loved what I'm talking to you about, you can go check it out and everything. Like that's really literally what this show is really all about. So like me still having a lot of logs to check in and backlog or like it's just like a whole thing. So that was it for the Hall of Fame. Stand and Deliver was amazing. Stand and Deliver was amazing. I love I love the I love the fact I love the triple threat. It's crazy how everybody was like for me I was like this is I felt like I felt like this is a transitional year for WWE, both the NXT brand, the main roster brand, because everything everything was just like a a a way where they're trying to build. They're trying to like put back themselves and everything, fix things in ways they can. So it was just like a whole lot. Excuse me. It's still Good Morning Wrestling live here as part of the Hill of the Ring podcast here on Sports Network. Shout out to Sakev, shout out to Chris, shout out to everybody that's trying to do the best they can do on this network, make this network one of the best. And please don't forget to like, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that whenever we are live on, we put any content out there, you can see it. And also, please follow us on all social media platforms at Sports Jedi Network. And of course, we're also live on Playback. Get your Playback app. Search out Spotify Network so that you can join the crew, join us when we are watching the shows live. We'll be live tonight. I believe Chris will be live tonight for NXT. And so for the rest of the shows of the week, we were live on we streamed live for Monday yesterday. We stream all weekend other shows. We were live too on Playback. So get all the help. Try to get all of those on. We love you. Thank you so much. If you are here this morning, you can chime in the chat. You can also send in your chats, your thoughts, and your listening on everything we are addressing here on the show. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button once again. This is your Good Morning Wrestling with your host, Samuel Lyon. live on Sport Jedi Network. So like back on the show, one of the biggest things that happened this week was okay, yeah, I was talking about the triple threats, like all the triple threats matches, all the multi-man matches. We had a lot to say because we were like, it's a whole lot. Like how can we deal with this? What's going on there? Why is everything feeling so cluster f? Like it's just like a whole lot of things. And I looked at them like it's a transitional year for these people. They're trying to make everything, and it's so funny that all of the triple threat matches, both the NXT with Javon Evans, Trick Williams, sorry, Obafemi, a guy, the women's triple threat matches, incredible job done by Rhea, Bianca, and Io. The men's main event night one for CM Punk, Rollins, and Reigns. My God, all of the triple matches cooked. You could even they even stand alone on their own. They even made they have like a wall of their own where you can like literally rank those matches. Like, oh, which one was which one was number two? Like it's just like a whole lot. And it's like I'm like sucking out those the ones that was heavily critiqued are the ones that stood out. It's as if the company was like, okay, so we hear you, we see what you're trying to do there, and we're gonna show you why we believe that this was the best thing we need to do. And I love what they did there, and it was amazing. So yeah, thank you. So like it was just like a whole lot. So yeah, you could see Cena 117. And I'm like, I know I did a rant earlier on the show with the rock and everything. I literally the right that was like literally the right result for me. Like I was okay with Cena becoming the 17 times champion. I'm like, but the way we got there, like we got this is where it gets so f up because yes, he said we are not gonna get anything, right? And boy, did we not get anything. But at the same time, like, could can you not just try? Like, it was just so basic, color enable, tie up. I'm like, this way is also get trickish because you're like, Cody, after what this man did to you, everything should be on site. Everything should be on site. We having chats coming here. Hello by Anita Man. Hey Anita Man, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We love hearing from you. Love to get your thoughts and opinions on everything going on WrestleMania weekend and Monday Night Raw this past Monday. Whatever, chime in, whatever you want to say, you can put it out there. We'll display your comments here and we'll try to address it the best way I can. Thank you so much for chiming in. We love you. Thank you so much for everybody chiming on the chat. Keep bringing them in. And don't forget to subscribe and like and share and spread the word. Thank you so very much, Anita Ann. So back on the show, yeah. So like basically, I'm like, we didn't just try. Like everything was just so crazy. We got you see on the graphics there, we got the John Cena treatment for WrestleMania 28 when he lost to The Rock. He had that sit down there on the ramp and like his life is effed up. Same thing we got from Cody WrestleMania 39 when he had to sit down and I'm like, really? Like my life just on to like clock just hit midnight for me. Like it's just so crazy. Like all of that moment, like I would love that, but the way we got them, like, but that's cool. It's been 2 days after all of this happened. Like I'm over that. Like I'm just like, what next? That's what we are looking forward to. But in that moment, I'm like, really, the one part that got me so pissed off was Cody was with the belt, like and Cena was begging, and I'm like, this man brutalized you, and you are good guy. What? Use that belt and that man f that man up. Like you wanted him to do that, and he just did nothing and was nothing but a. That was what he was. Nothing but a. I'm like, damn, really? Like, like I was so pissed. I'm like, that man can't do that to you, and that's how you let it go. Like it was just like a whole lot of. It was just like a whole lot of emotions in that matter. Like that was it, and boom, like it was crazy. Anita Man sends in the chat here, Jey Uso is my champion. Yeah, I bet we were getting there. So we had Gunther and Jey Uso. One of the like the match, they delivered the best way they could. Could there have been more, obviously, but sometimes let it go. One part that got me was like I needed like I thought we were going to get colored. Like I thought like going to be bloodied. He blooded your brother. He bet in your brother's blood. I thought if there was a match that needed a color, in their match. It should have been this and then the Sinners match. But we got nothing. I mean, come on, you is what it is. But Jey Uso is champion, and what a great moment! What a great thing for what a great thing for so we have a chat here by Gary Ritat. Cody got robbed. I hate Cena. Man, I feel you so very like I believe if this was as close to what we got last year, because right now WWE is literally competing with themselves. I believe if this was at least a bit close to what we got last year, people will, even if someone like Garrett feeling what he's feeling right now, sorry, Gary feeling what he's feeling right now, it would have been a bit easy to palatable to consume because they're like, okay, we got this. So you have a lot to blame on, but he literally felt as if he was being cocked. Like everything was so like such a letdown, and you're like, is this if this what they were gunning for, to make it feel as low, as let down, as dry as what, if this was what they were gunning for, then they achieved their aim. They got me and they got their aim. They were able to get what they wanted. But at the end of the day, like I couldn't sit back here and not feel that way. I'm like, damn, they really did do this, and it really came off so crazy. And I'm like, they not go well. So Naomi Jade, I mean, it was what it was. It was what it was. I was happy for the sisters. I mean, the sisters did so incredibly well. Two black women going there and having. I mean, for Naomi, she has been a part of this company, and so we got a chat area by Chris. Hi, Chris. Let's go see now. Come on now, Chris. Come on now. Come on now, Chris. You had to come to this morning. Good morning, Chris. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate getting to hear from you. Yeah. So I was just so happy getting to hear from I'm getting to see from excuse me, I'm happy to hear from Chris, by the way. Um I okay, so Anita said it like I was literally about to go in on this match. So Naomi and Jade had a match. Incredible for the two sisters. Like I mean, we've been seeing two black women go out there and have this moment was amazing. But during the match, I'm having a plane fly above me right now. I was so concerned Jade nipple were all out. So I need to address this. So throughout the match, the women had to wrestle more with their dress, with their bra, with their. There was like I'm like, what happened? I was watching it. I'm like, literally, I was watching with family. I'm like, at one point I looked at my God, but I'm like, ma, I'm like, ma, did they not did they not check the dress before the show? Like, I mean, I believe that the gear should be ready before like a day or two, or maybe I mean days before the show. Like, they need to fit it in. Like, I'm like, these two ladies are trying to like they you were seeing constantly throughout the match. Naomi was pulling up on her dress. Jade was doing the same thing on her gear. I'm like, what happened here? Like, what's going on? And like, it's as if they were more concerned about like literally having like their tits out there for the world to see than the match, because it was just like I'm like, what happened to their gear? Why? It was just so much, and I was so concerned for them. I'm like, oh my goodness, the last thing they need right now is somebody wrestling, and then this thing pop. Oh my god, can it not go any worse? It was just like so crazy to see all of that, and I'm like, damn. Well, everything was okay, everything was handled, and we got what we got, and yeah, and Jade came up victorious. I don't know how I felt about that. I'm like, that felt like more of a Naomi win. A big shout out to Tiffany Stratton. I mean, they're different. I don't know what happened there. Like they sandbagged themselves. Like it was just a whole lot. I'm like, definitely one of Charlotte's worst match for me at WrestleMania. I'm like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Why can't they just? Well, I'm like, I'm grateful the right winner won, the right person won. Tiffany still champion. Amazing there. Also, we saw Dominic. I mean, Dominic effing Mysterio. I couldn't wait to come on here to talk about this. When you talk about hard work, when you talk about growth, when you talk about day one, he, Dominic Mysterio, is the day one. Like hearing the crowd pop for him, hearing that pop, hearing that audience literally on him and everything, it was also crazy because I'm like, just 4 years ago at the first ever WWE but castle is it Clash at the Castle at where was that? Where was that? Ah, damn, the country they were. I know it was not Glasgow. It was that Clash at the Castle. The first Clash at the Castle was in I know one of those European countries, and it was amazing to see when he turned on his father and Edge. Like that place literally went ape shit. And since then, this guy literally has been the worst heel. I mean, he turned heel again. Like is the first that I've seen that was a heel and then turned heel more heel when he left Rhea to go to align with Liv Morgan. That case outside SummerSlam after their match and everything. I'm like I had this all along. Like it was just so much. And then to see how he's evolved, like talk about evolution. Dom and Rhea are the two people that you look at like this is what evolution looks like. This is what hard work looks like. And I was so proud. Like the fan in me, and I was like, I don't know if that was supposed to be the result, if they caught an audible. Like, I don't care what happens, but the fact that Dominic came up, it was like that stadium. You could see. I still love the fact that he's keeping his heel position, but you could see, you saw it in him. Like the boy knew that yes, when you hear they've arrived, this world. When when you hear fans, somebody wins the championship, you hear you deserve it. Like Dominic is one of those ones that the rare ones that you look at. I'm like, indeed, they effing deserve it because he did deserve it. Like after all the work he has done, I mean, there were times that he was pulling up Raw, SmackDown, NXT, going on live shows. Like he was CM Punk's first ever match. Like it was okay. Yeah, thank you and thank you, Anita. Wales. It was in Wales. Thank you so much. Was it Cardiff, Wales? But I believe it was Wales. Yes. Thank you so much, Anita, for coming in there and helping me out there. I was getting blocked here. So yeah, Wales. So for he turned heel there on Edge and his dad and everything, and that was a beautiful moment. Like that was like, oh shit. But like amazing to see, amazing to love. Like you love the moment and to see him get this. Like love him, hate him. You will sit there and there's a part in you that will be like you were proud because you've watched him grow up in your eyes. Like I literally um have watched him grow up in my eyes. I mean, this was the same boy that was attacked by um Brock Lesnar. uh oh my god. Oh my god, Gary with the crazy speaking of Wales, where is that? Oh, I, ju- I know he did not just call Naya. Let's not get in there. Let's not get in there. But I don't know what's going on with Nia Jax. I don't know what's going on with Nia Jax. I don't know what's going on there. I hope she's okay. I believe she's fine actually. But obviously, it's not everybody that will go to WrestleMania and all of that. I'm grateful she got a moment in additional chamber at into whether in Toronto, yeah, I believe Toronto, yeah. She got a moment there and everything. But it's just like a whole lot of things looking back and like what's going on and all of that. So yeah, really, really proud for Dominic. Proud of Jay. Like there was a stat that came out that it was only I believe who it was only Tiffany and Lyra that went to WrestleMania and came back with their titles and everything. Yeah, that's crazy. No, she's not. She's not. So it's like just like a whole lot. So yeah, sincerely, I was just really so proud of them and everything they did and the work that these wrestlers did on the show. And Cody's no more champion. A lot of people are not even LA Knight, like a incredible moment for Jacob Fatu with winning his match too. Like you could just sit there and like a year ago, like this year made it 1 year since he came in and he's already champion, winning his first WrestleMania match And I looked at like Solo has been with this company for almost 5 years now, and it's just been a part of WrestleMania. He's never had a WrestleMania match, and I mean, Jacob is that one star that you see that they know what they have in him, but they don't want to pull the plug because he's hotter than anything you could imagine. So they're like, oh, we need to keep him on that pipeline. We need to slow build this thing. We're not going to just blow the load off. And I love the fact that he got it. I mean, I love the entrance by him and Solo coming there to have the WrestleMania moment with him. I love Elena pulling up in one of the best fits, and I love the kind of that. Yeah, best one of the best match of the night and best match of WrestleMania weekend. One of the best match of WrestleMania weekend. And I thought what they did in that match was incredible. They did a great job. And Jacob coming up victorious. I was kind of shocked because I thought that maybe we're going to have something with Solo, having that story go on. But I love the fact that we got we got him to win that match, and it was an incredible moment having her crew, the family coming there. I love that. I don't know if that was arranged, but I like that was an incredible moment, and you see it in Jacob's eyes, like he's the man. Like you should, like literally, we should be watching out for the Fatu machine. Incredible. WrestleMania was amazing, and like literally, I sit here and I'm like, I mean, we got the good and the bad, and it was just all that amazing, and I'm so grateful to be able to come in here and share my two bits on some of those things. So the last part of our show this morning is reviewing what we got on Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was crazy. Like that's the one word to use and describe that show. That show was crazy, man. It was crazy, and we're gonna dissect it on the Lions then section right there. Where do I start? I start at the top of the graphics. You see Randy and John there, and I'm like, when we when we got that ad with that the poster for backlash at St. Louis, where the hometown of Randy, and Randy was the poster boy, and we had Cena there. People were like, "Oh, is Cena winning?" And if Cena winning, so we got 2009, 2009 and 2010 back on our TV screen. And remember when I said I was going to do it, I was going to say what I saw on the view. So I got a notification from WrestleNomics on X that the full segment with the attack on from Randy to John has surpassed 3 million views already on WWE YouTube's channel. That's to show you the investment and the eyeballs and the noise that has already gathered. And to see a world where Randy is now the baby face in the story, it has for decades, it has never been that when it comes to these two people. These two people, the face of my childhood, the feud of my childhood, the fight forever of my childhood, Randy and John Cena. That is the people I grew up watching. That's the people they like, the cat and dog. Those are the two people we refer to when you're like the good guy, the bad guy. Randy has always been the savage. So to see him being the good guy here, I know my guy Raphael will love this shit. Like he will love this so much because he is a fan, a huge fan of Randy, and with Cena winning now, Randy gunning for him, I know for sure he's so elated, and I'm going to talk to him after the show today. I know for sure he's going to be so elated. I'm so pumped for all of this. So like I love the fact that the face of our childhood, they're getting to run it back, and the presence of mind for Cena to shout the oh shit, and then the RKO, that was peak cinema. Like that was amazing. And I mean, we got the "We are sorry" chant from the fans, and like it's just so crazy. I like the fact that he was pointing out, like, Cena is a bad guy with like a whole lot of truth bombs. Like I like the fact that he dumps it all on the audience, because it's so crazy to see that they're about to move past Cody. They were booing Cody on Friday. He had to turn it back on them, and they got cheered back. They booed him, so like significant boos from him on night two during that main event and everything. Like it was just like a whole lot of things going on there. And I'm like, what's going on? How are they? Why are they treating him like this and all that? So to see him try to like dump it back on them and call them out on their craziness and all of that, and this is why he's not a fan of them no more, because they did that. Like it's like a whole lot of craziness, and yeah, like I was sitting there, I'm like, what is going on here? So there's like a whole lot of scenario going on. I'm like, that's crazy. So to have Randy come out and hit that RKO and the story is on. We'd love to see where this is going. We'd love to see how what the story will be and how they can drive our interest. Already, you could see with them surpassing 3 million plus on 3 million plus views on that segment alone. That's to show you the interest. I don't know. I don't know if that. I don't know about this the stats on it on X on your X and everything, but that's from the YouTube alone. And on the next one, you see the graphics on Carrion Cross. So I would like to keep the Carrion Cross segment for last. That's really where I'll end this, but I would love to go straight to this. You will see Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn came out to Sami Uso. Sami Zayn came out to congratulate Jay on his incredible win and how much how proud. Like I love the moment because you know the story. You've been there the past 4 or 5 years with the bloodline, everything that happened with that company, with that alignment and that family bond, and how Jay never liked Sammy, how he grew to love Sammy, how they grew to like he just like the story of brotherhood and growth and evolution and change and pushing narrative and making breaking glass ceilings. That's the story here. And that moment where Jay was up there and Sammy was down here, and that look, and the audience went with, "Oh my God!" On Raw After Mania, it's happening already, and that not happening. I love that. Like I love the tease. This is the one thing. This is the one thing that I have to give credit to. I always give credit to Triple H. He knows how to keep those nuances. Try to keep those little bits. So by the time it hits, you will be ready for it. You would know that they had it coming. You understand? You would appreciate it better. You know that oh shit, that person had it coming, and I love that so much for Jay. And the moment on the graph, you see on the graphics there, the three men hugging with Jimmy also coming out and having the Yeats fest and everything, and them hugging. Like he brought you back that memory of like the bloodline. What those people had to go through, my dog, my Uso, my your Usi, all of that. Like he gives you that pandemic feel. Or like like literally we went through a lot. Look at them now. Like look at us now. So it's just like a whole lot of story all in one, bundle in one moment. And with the future also being teased and the foreshadowing, like just like a whole lot. Also, JD McDonough came back, and you could see there with Finn Balor having eyes on Dominic Mysterio's championship, the New Day and Karrion Cross. I mean, it, it's crazy. Still on Karrion Cross, we're gonna talk more on that. We had the women evolution, the women segment too. Rhea Ripley, Julia, Roxanne, Stephanie Vaquer. Talk about looking so good in blue. Like Stephanie makes blue look like gold. My God. And the Bukati segment on Stephanie's match is worldwide now. It's on Netflix. It's worldwide. Obviously, it's always on Netflix because of the CW, and also like we're watching it on the international market. Like, it's just like a whole lot of things. Like just seeing her grab EO, and EO. So shout out to EO too. And then you see how the fans are like, we get it, like Michael acknowledging it on the commentary. Like it's just like a whole lot of things. Like it was crazy. It was amazing. And that was beautiful. Like I loved every single bit of that for them. Yeah, so we have a chat. I'm trying to always make sure that I have eyes on the screen to see who's sending in chat. So Connie Lingers is saying greetings everyone. Hope all is well. All is well. Thank you so much for chiming in. Thank you so very much. We love you. Raw last night. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, I did enjoy it. Like literally with what we got on night two with that main event, literally taking the steam out of everybody. Like they needed to swing in heavy on night or on this night, like it needed to. And Triple H did acknowledge on the post show that okay, I believe it was Michael Cole that acknowledged on Pat McAfee show that a lot of surprises were coming in. Coming on the show, and if you have not watched the Pat McAfee show where we had Paul Heyman on, Heyman is a master class. Like it was just like a whole lot. Him having that jab between him and Michael Cole, like talking about how you went with the highest bidder, meaning WWE. Oh, Justin, if you could not offer you better, I'm like just like a whole lot of jabs going on, and with the fans, and crazy. Heyman is the bomb. And to have this new dangerous alliance right back on Raw with Heyman alliance himself with Roman and sorry with Rollins and Braun Breaker, and seeing Reigns down on the mat, beaten to stupor. Same with CM Punk. Like it's just like I'm like I can't wait to see where this story goes. Like what's gonna happen? How are we gonna get this? What's like it's just like a whole. It's legendary. Like it's just like a whole lot. And I mean, you couldn't write one. You couldn't write one Raw after Mania better than this. Like it was like a crazy scenario. Rusev is back as we address on our morning top tea. The man Becky Lynch is back turning on Lyra. Like it was like a whole lot of craziness. Like you couldn't keep tabs. Like it was like match after match, crazy matching of thing other thing going on the show. One of the biggest things that happened on this show was Gunther attack on the commentary team, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. Like you are like, holy shit! Like that's the one thing that I'm like. In as much I want to give Triple H shit for some things, like obviously that main event we got with Cody Cena, but like it's things like this that makes you like you believe in him and his ambition and like what the vision he has. Because how are you going to reheat Gunther? How are you going to reheat Gunther? Like where does Gunther go from here? I mean, it comes off narcissistic. Like you see Gunther as someone that because he always sees himself too much, he always sees himself too big. So to see him attack Pat, because who has always been the one that obviously they are competitors, they are commentators. That's their job to critique the what going on in the ring, to critique the story they have in their midst. And sometimes you might say, oh, favoritism is involved because for Pat McAfee, he loves Jay. For Michael, he's seen this boy grow up right in his eyes, like literally since this boy was a kid, like he knows this kid and everything. So like his professionalism might come off as if he's biased or like he's been tilted because of like, oh, Gunther will feel that kind of thing. So to see him come out there and attack them, it's kind of like, oh, it's as if Gunther acknowledging. I mean, they question Gunther like, oh, Gunther is mad, but Gunther is feeling as if he's not mad, and Gunther is coming to say he's not mad, like on last Monday. So him coming to attack them proves that indeed he was not okay. He is mad, he's angry, but he's always saying that he's cool, he's okay, like he's fine, like he's in control of his emotions. He's not like Jey Uso, that he's not in charge of his himself. You just tend to look at it like in a whole lot of scenario and like what's going on here, like that attack. And love the fact that Pat went to defend his tag team partner, is the person he's hosting talking Raw with. I love I love how everything just navigated through that scene, that narrative. Like it was just like a whole lot. And my God, great visuals. Having Pat was turning blue, black. Like Pat was already turning blue. Like I love the fact that is show host. All of them try to uh so like I love the fact that so Gary Ritter at sending a chat, he said Gunther should have not lost to Jay. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Maybe most of us felt that way too. Kinda we're like, oh well, but like for the story is like it needed to happen. Like where would Jay would where how would Jay go from there? And this story that we're about to have with Sammy and Jimmy, we don't know if Jimmy is the one that is going to turn or Sammy is the one that's going to turn. Like the foreshadowing is everything. Will not have that if he does not win, and will not have this incredible story right now with Gunther attacking the team. And you're like, what? Why the attack? Is it because they are trying to say things that he feels is not aligned with him, that he feels attacked personally by it? Is it because so like it's just so crazy. Anita is chiming in here. I believe this is the reaction to what Gary had to say. Anita says, "No way, no way. Jay is much better with fans." Amazing. Yeah, that's the point because like the stories we're about to get with Jay. Actually, let's just see from what we got last night. We are not saying no, that's what we are getting, but I'm just like from what we got last night, the tease we got last night with the Sami Zayn look, and then with Jimmy coming in. We don't know if Jimmy would now attack his brother. We don't know if Sammy would be like. We don't know how this thing was gonna get. It's just like a whole lot, and get it. Everyone that Karrion Cross, as we are going to get back on that Karrion Cross situation, so that we will call it a show this morning. For every person that Karrion Cross has literally had an altercation with or have come in contact with, they've all turned bad. They've all turned heels. They've all turned rogue. They've all gone rogue. So like it's just like a whole and Connie Logan's glad Sami Zayn's back in. Yes, exactly. So like it's just like a whole lot of scenario, a lot of whole situation going on there. So just back to this the Pat McAfee stuff. So to just see how all these guys literally went, because imagine maybe me, Sakev and Chris and the crew, we went to the bar, and then I'm attacked. I'm damn sure the guys will not be seated there and not do anything and leave it to the security to come and handle it. No, everybody will try to come and get in. And I love the fact that we're being held back. Like you could do, like, what's going on here? Like, what's good? Like, man, the Nigerian military came out there, waiting this up. I'm like, waiting this up here. Like, what's going on here? Like, it's just so crazy. Like, what's like you could have like the urgency, the sense of like, oh my god, like what's going on here? Like, it's crazy. Like, that is what Raw Aftermath is all about. Like the bump, the circumstances, it's going down, it's about to go down, is madness over here. That's what Raw Aftermath is all about. And they gave you that feeling. You got that with the main events with Rollins, with Roman, with CM Punk. I mean, Roman is working overtime right now. Like we do with the way Roman has been working, like it's as if he's working overtime right now. WrestleMania season is over. He's still on the show. He's still being part of it. Like it's just like a whole lot of craziness and downness coming on over there. And man, like Raw was crazy. Raw was amazing. And like I said, we are gonna end the show on like the Karen Cross station. So Karen Cross was on Raw recap with um Sam Roberts and Megan Morant. And I mean, come on, I need to give Megan Morant this shout out. This lady was pregnant a couple of weeks ago. She gave birth, and I believe she missed one show. And she's back in shape. And she's like literally still. I'm like, oh, did she even take up to 2 weeks? Like I literally like. I mean, that should be studied. Like she's literally very strong. Like she's literally like I was when I saw that I'm like, wait, she's back. But she was literally pregnant a few weeks ago. She gave birth, and Biggie came into feeling for her that week. And like, I mean, literally, this is what happens when you love your job. This is what happens when you're like, your goal is like, I need to. And I'm like, I can't imagine. Like this a special shout out to Megan Morant. Like, I mean, come on, like you are a champion, you are a mother, you are a living, breathing legend to me. Because to me, I can't imagine coming back to work, being back to work in like just literally giving birth in like let's say 2 or 3 or 2 weeks or a week. I'm like literally like, damn. So so he was Karen Cross and Scarlett were on that show, and literally Carrion went rogue. Carrion was like literally on the like literally Carrion was, and like if you look at the graphic you see him with AJ, that one of the biggest pop. Carrion was the man, and they didn't even put him in the audience. They kept him backstage all through the night, and literally every time he was on screen, it was the biggest pop you could see. And I'm like, my God. So like it's amazing to see where this goes. I'm just trying to like pull the footage so we could listen to it. If I know most of you might have watched it, but literally to break it down and like how do we feel now?
How awesome it is! Let's talk about how awesome it is that Logan Paul just won it. Let's talk about, Sam. Let's talk about what Logan Paul represents. The shortcut. Feels so good to be here. Feels so good to be in the business. Thinking about all of the funerals that I wasn't able to attend for the last 11 years in this business, all the holidays I miss. You know, I could have just started a YouTube channel, could have just jumped in there with AJ Styles. Feels really good, right? It's awesome. It's really good.
Do you guys know we have 25 years combined experience, and what are we doing on Mania?
Well, they know because they're normal human beings, and they actually love professional wrestling. But apparently, that doesn't mean shit anymore. It doesn't mean shit. All I asked Alan to do was for once to not think about just himself. Think about everybody in the back and think about the professional wrestling fans. That's all I wanted him to do. Sometimes to do the right thing, you have to do the wrong thing. But he's a narcissist, and he had to do it his way. Hey, Alan, how many more WrestleManias do you have in your system? Probably, I don't know, one. Maybe this is the last one, and you just pissed that away. For what? For what? For your way? Thanks a lot, bud. I really appreciate it. You want to know what the best advice I ever got? It was from Bill Goldberg. 2021, back when I was in the Twilight Zone, you know what I mean? I'm wrestling for gasoline. It was awesome. Let me tell you all about it. Bill goes, hey, Cross, you know what? You remind me a lot of me. I go, I think we have different styles, Bill, but I really appreciate that. Do you have any advice for me? He goes, you know what? You just got to be a good soldier. A good soldier is what he said. So I decided to be a good soldier. You know what happened? They released me. And then I come back. You know what? Being a good soldier gets you, everybody here, just so in case you're wondering.
I believe I'm gonna pause it here so that we can get into this bit by bit. You like everybody was just up in arms in terms like, oh, Karen Cross has just gone rogue. Karen has gone this. Karen has gone like literally mad. And like we are just all centered on like all of the things he was saying that was like literally looking like, oh, that shouldn't be something he should be saying. But like I'm like listening back and watching this back. And obviously, this thing has gone viral. It's gathered millions. Everybody's on Karen Cross's case. The fact that he was, it was a work shoot. He's addressing what is going on on TV, on screen, because he has an ongoing issue with AJ, calling him Allen. Like literally, he's not calling him AJ Styles, he's calling me Allen is by his government's name. Like you're like, what? Like he shouldn't be doing that. I'm trying to address. Okay, yeah, address that. Sorry. So I'm just so hi Harry Tate. So Harry is saying, what's up, guys? Cross might be gone from the W. What do you think? I don't think that I'm about to address that. So like a whole lot of things are like, okay, he's trying to like, it's kind of like a work shoot because he's addressing AJ, addressing what's going on TV, addressing the fact that he was on WrestleMania trying to help AJ, addressing like he feels so crazy now, pulling the curtain back and saying like. Sometimes you have to do the wrong thing to get to be able to get the good thing done. Like it's just like a whole lot. You're like, what is it? What is going on here? Feeling like what is going on here? Is it a work shoot? Is it mad? Obviously he's mad? Obviously you can physically see that he's angry. You can physically hear that he's angry. You can hear the tone. But the parts that you're like, I'm trying to understand the base, the foundation, the basis of this rant or this emotional impassion speech or promo, like whatever is going on, like what's going on, what am I supposed to make of this? Like the reaction from Scarlett, like, oh my god, like literally almost grabbing him, like, boy, like what are you doing? Like it was kind of like a mixed, like it was mixed feeling, emotion, but you could not like is he supposed to? Did he get the go ahead? This is where the whole thing, like as if you rip off a band-aid, like what's going on? Did he get the go ahead to go do this? Like you don't just the fact that you can't figure it out, the fact that it comes up so crazy, made it so much real, and it went viral because people were like, what is going on here? And like a lot of people resonated with me as a fan, as a viewer, and also as a human being, because you hear things like, "Oh, go out and be a good soldier." I mean, someone chime in and say Goldberg sucks. I mean, obviously, but like in terms of like you hear things like that where some things are not going well for you, or like you feel as if you're not being respected enough, you feel as if your advert is not being recognized, you're not being validated, and everything, and you're like, oh, this you need to keep doing it. You need to keep like. Like it's just like a whole lot of craziness, and you're like, what's going on? Like, how am I supposed to take this? Like it's just like a whole lot of scenario, and you're like, as a fan, like a person, you're like, what's going on here? Like, how can just like this promo, this crazy speech, this craziness, like it resonates with us so much. It went viral so much, not because like, oh, it's Karen Cross, not because like, oh, it's like a work shoot, but more of like, as a human being, you get it. As a human being, you feel it. As a human being, you understand what it means to be on the sidelines, to not being recognized, to not being like it's relatable. That's the one I'm looking for. It is fucking relatable. I know it's morning over there, but I'm like, it's relatable, and you could feel it, and you can see that this man was physically and emotionally and mentally drained, and he's still like, let's listen to the man so we can call it a show.
The back scoop here. Being a good soldier gets your times cut. Being a good soldier means that people come up to you and say, hey, you got any great ideas? Yeah, here it is from Charlotte. No. That's a little too great. We're looking just for good ideas. That's for those guys over there. That's what being a good soldier is, okay? Being a good soldier is coming to your hometown where you cut your teeth, we got started, and not being on the card. It's all about viral moments now. That's what it's all about. Viral moments. Well, Guy, Everybody's been telling me that I got to become undeniable. And as soon as it happens, they ignore it and they shut it down. I never asked to wrestle Randy. I never asked. That happened organically, and you ignored it for a viral moment. And good on Joe. Nothing against him. But you ignored it. And the crowd told you exactly how they felt about me on SmackDown when I was eliminated. And you ignored it. Become undeniable. My ass. My ass. You want a viral moment? On behalf of all of the true fans of professional wrestling, guy with the suit and tie in the truck, go fuck yourself. That's from Killer
Oh, shit. That was the part that got me, because I'm like, there are times that personally for you, you have the go F yourself moment. You're like, I'm done. Like, I'm just done. Like, I am not doing this their way anymore. I'm not gonna let them no more. It's all let me. It's about let me. It's go F you. I am not doing this with you no more. I'm not trying to be with you no more. I'm not trying to do it your way no more. You say I want to, I should go be undeniable. Boy, am I going to be so effing undeniable that you yourself cannot touch me again. Like, you will not be able to. Like, I love that about him. I love the fact that, like, go. There's one thing. There's one thing I love every time Boston Pumbuli Ray used to share when he and I believe is he and the taxi partner, they went longer than expected, and they knew for sure that they went longer, but it was because of, like, the crowd was so into it, and they were like, as professionals, they wanted to, like, get that moment and everything. And he shared the story of, like, when they went back, like, literally they were just going straight to the back to the curtain, and Vince was right here in their face, like right here in his face. Like, literally, he was fuming, he was pissed, he was mad. But one thing he said during that thing, like always in the way with me, was the fact that he said Vince told him, he told them, like, don't you ever try that next time and go over time on my TV. But if you do, make sure it's as good as what just happened. That is the part that gets me. That is the part that I am now like, it's crazy, it's massive, it's mad, and I'm like, that is it. That's what it's all about. It's all about that. If you are going to have the go F them, I am doing this my way, you better make sure that your way is the best way possible. Your way is the best you can pull up. Because if you're going to have it your way and it comes off short and it comes off crazy, then you have yourself to deal with. So I love the fact that they did that. I love the fact that it went that way, and I love this. And I'm like, I couldn't, like, there's no possible way you could end this show better than having that kind of impassion promo. And it's on this note that I'm like saying thank you guys for joining me here on Good Morning Wrestling live on Sports Jedi Network. It was amazing. It was an amazing time to have you guys on here with me this morning, to be able to come share all these things, all this passion with you, to be able to come in here this morning to be a part of this show with you guys. Thank you for everybody that chimed in. If you chimed in on the show, thank you. I'm so grateful. Shout out to Sakev, shout out to Chris, shout out to all the guys from the UFC crew, to the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, the wrestling crew, everybody that is putting on this show. We address The Rock, we address the Raw after Mania, we address night 2 and night 1 of Mania, we address the Hall of Fame, we address so much on the show. And if you're just coming on the show, thank you so very much. Shout out to Ben Dover. Rock is going on Pat McAfee show. Yes, by 12:15 he should be on the show. So in a few minutes the Rock should be on the show, and I promise to check that out and come here live tomorrow morning to break it down here for you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me on Good Morning Wrestling, and we love you so very much. Are you going to react if I want? Yeah. Are you going to do a react video? I want to hear your thoughts. Yes, definitely. Bend over. I am going to do a reaction to that to the podcast today on Pat McAfee show. I'm going to do that reaction tomorrow. So please, by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, please join the show Good Morning Wrestling. Good Morning Wrestling live on Sports Jedi Network. I'm going to make sure that's the first thing we're going to address on the show tomorrow. So to Bendova, to Meru, to Gary Raytard, to Anita Men, to Connie Lingus, to Henry Tate, to Chris, to everybody that has chimed in here, to Hanson, to everybody that has chimed in here on this show today. Thank you so much. You guys are the reason why I get to do this. I get to pull myself out of anything that is going on with me, to pull up and be able to show up for you. Thank you so very much for joining me. Shout out to Sake. Shout out to everybody that has been a part of this show. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to come back here tomorrow morning to give you guys the best show that you can have here on Sports Jedi Network. Well, thank you so much. This is still Good Morning Wrestling. I'm your host, Samuel Lyon, and this was Good Morning Wrestling live on Sports Jedi Network. See you guys tomorrow. I love you so very much, and thank you so much for joining me.